Team Alex, how you guys doing? Okay, we got Katie, Alex, and Brandon. You guys are doing good stuff here. Really nice job. I'm just going to take a quick look through here. So we have paper prototypes. Good job. Paper prototypes must cut out properly implemented into the iPad screen. I didn't see that in the presentation, guys. Maybe that's because you haven't started your testing phase yet. But I see the paper prototypes. I just don't see the assembly yet with the frame for the iPad screen. Results are recorded in Results were recorded. Optimizations were made in the function prototype. I included a link below as well as screenshots. Okay, so I guess we'll see some results in the process book Sunday. Is that right? Okay, let's see what we have here. So we've got the clickable prototype, we've got screenshots, and the paper prototype. So I've got paper prototypes up first, and I think these are great because they're simple, but there's enough information here to be able to test. And the nice thing is that they really resemble the wireframes to a very high degree. For some reason, now I'm kind of stuck. My screens aren't advancing. I'm not real sure why this is happening. It's not your end. It's my end. My computer's being a little wonky. As you can see, I'm trying to scroll. You can see the scroll bar over here. There it goes. That's weird. Sometimes that happens with PDF when you run it through Chrome. At any rate, so I've gone through this and it looks fantastic. Now, I would rather make comments on this based on the actual clickable. I think it'll be just a little bit easier as we see there. There it's stuck again. I keep trying to scroll and nothing's happening. So let's get rid of that before we get frustrated with it. And again, guys, that's not yours. That's nothing you've done. It's just your PDF. It's great, but I opened the PDF within Chrome, and sometimes the scrolling gets really wonky. I don't know if you guys have noticed that or not. But your paper prototypes look fantastic. And we've got the screenshots, which actually that's the clickable. This is the screenshots. Excellent. So yeah, great job. Now I want to go from here to the clickable, and there's a couple of things I just want to mention in the clickable. So let's get started, all right? So we click here and we see we can go to customize yours, right? So let's go ahead and get started. We start with the exterior. Okay, right down here, this is a little strange because you've got color, you've got paint and accessories. But then over here, like I'm not real sure what the accessories are. Do you see what I'm saying? So when you have color for the paint, then you have color for accessories. So theoretically, when you change these, like you click red, that's going to change to red, right? So how can we see the accessories? Do you see what I'm saying? So having a global navigation link just in depicting color isn't really going to make a whole lot of sense because I would say, to isolate that, drill that down a little bit more because right now color, you're talking about color of what? We've got color for the body, we've got color for the interior, we've got color for the wheels, we've got color for the dashboard, we probably have color for the bumpers. So there's a lot of different areas we can add color to. Not exactly sure what accessories means in terms of color, but you've got the idea. I just want you to think about a way to get this the navigation here to make a little bit more sense than saying, okay, so if I click paint, it's going to show the paint, but how do we get from paint to accessories within the main global color navigation? Do you see what I'm saying? You see how that's a little bit confusing right there? Okay, so we have the exterior. Okay, then we click to go to interior. Now in the interior, we've got the same thing, kind of the same thing going on. So we have material and color. So wouldn't it, since this is, see again, we just have this a little bit of kind of unusual navigation in that you're saying material, leather and cloth, but then you're giving a color choice right within the material navigation link, okay? That would render the color link useless, wouldn't it? So think about how you're going to work that through. The other thing I would mention, both exterior and interior, is put a scroll bar here and make sure that there's a note on that. It won't work in your clickable, unless of course you use a high fidelity clickable. But the scroll bar here will indicate and also make notes that scroll bar is going to show more features. Okay, so we have color, wheels, headlights, and then whatever else we're able to customize on the exterior of the car. For example, I mean, can we add a luggage rack? Can we add fender flares? Can we add, other features. So make sure there's a scroll bar there, and then really try to figure out that color within, the paint and the other color choices within a global navigation a color choice. Okay, so let's move to interior with the same thing as I said. So, and then make sure you've got that scroll bar there, because there's going to be many, many, many functions and features that you can customize on the inside of the vehicle. It's not just going to be material, color, and navigation. Okay, so then we get done with the interior, we go to features, and here we have handling. So the handling package, toward what's it called, traction control. Then we have mechanical, which is the engine, but I'm not real sure mechanical and engine are real. I would call this engine specs. Okay, so you have handling, engine specs, autopilot, transmission, um, traction control. So again, scroll bar right there. Okay, now guys, this is where it gets a little bit strange. So now we go from here to my car. Now theoretically, that's going to be a summary of everything we have, right? And then we would send that over to the simulator to have that all set up for the drive simulation, right? But this page isn't really explanatory. It's not. I'm really, really having difficulty understanding what this particular page is. Okay, let's go back and see how we got there. So we're done configuring the car, right? We get all the way to the features. We get exterior, interior features. We're done, right? So we're done. So we click done, and we go here as opposed to clicking done. So this takes us there, and this takes us there. But clicking done takes us to driver. So I'm not real sure how that fits, that word driver. Do you see what I'm saying? Then we go to my car, it's the same thing, driver. We click driver and it goes to interior. So that part is really, really super confusing to me. Is this the way you want your car to work? So in other words, you've selected the wood grain, the black a dashboard, the white a headliner, and then navigation package. Is this a look of the interior of your car? And conversely, is this a look at the exterior of your car? This says driver, but it's showing the interior, whereas this says interior and it's showing the interior. So that's really, really confusing. I think that needs some help right there. The other thing is we get kind of stuck right here. We go back and forth. Oh, these are the only two clickable items other than going back. So we go, what happened to our global navigation? Do you see what I'm saying? So once we go to, if we go to our global exterior, interior features, my car. So in my car, maybe you could have some sub nav that says exterior, interior, so that we can just make sure that we know that we're looking at the exterior, the interior as it's planned. And at that point, you can compile the package and have that sent to either the holographic projection or the VR headset or the drive simulator, or all three, if that's the case, right? So think about that, guys, and then let me know if my comments make sense. Just a little bit of confusion right there. I got caught up, and I spent a few times clicking around, and I actually even went over here. I'm going to jump over to this menu button right here. Actually, I'm not going to go there. I'm going to go, yeah, right here. And then we go to view all screens. And I really had to look at all the screens before I could really figure out what happened when we got here. And this is that my car interior and drive simulation. I see these are marked as interior simulation and drive simulation. So again, just a little bit more confusion. That's the only part of the presentation that to me doesn't make sense. So let's work on that. Let me know if you have any questions. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know, but again, that's the part that I think needs help. Okay, Team Alex, great job. Really, really fantastic job. I'm loving your project. I really am. I will tell you one thing though, boy, I don't know, how do you guys feel about this car? Gosh, I think I hate to say this, but boy, it looks so futuristic. And is this an actual prototype? Is this an actual Tesla vehicle? It's crazy looking. I can't believe if we could see something like that on the street, boy, that would turn some heads, wouldn't it? Holy cow, is that an unusual looking vehicle? Kind of cool, huh? I'd drive it totally. Yes. Indeed. All right, guys, fantastic. That's what I have. If you guys have any questions at all, please let me know. Hey, look at this. I'm going to make my 10-minute mark. Awesome. Okay, guys, again, please let me know if you have any questions. Looking forward to seeing the process book on Sunday. Again, let me know if you have any questions there. Don't forget to go over to the course announcements and take a look. Just yesterday, and I had sent you guys emails, just yesterday I had placed some examples of a final, I put 3 or 4 examples of final projects for this class from previous successful submissions. So be sure to take a look at that. All right, great job, guys. Thank you very much.